Yo, yo, what's up? It is Miracle J coming to you with a quick video blog. It's been a minute since I did one, but something came up today when speaking with someone very close to me, and I thought this was important. So I want to discuss the idea of material things versus experiences and which is more important. Because I see a lot of people chasing things. They chase money, people chase women, people chase cars, but who's really chasing experiences? Because when you really think about it, at the end of money, at the end of cars, at the end of getting the girl, we're all just looking for an experience. We're looking to have an experience. But when we describe what we want, we describe a thing. What's the difference between experiences and material things? Anything material can be taken away from you. You can lose it, or it can be returned, I like to say. I don't lose things. Things aren't taken from me. That language can leave you with a very negative impression. If someone stole your car, it leaves a very harsh impression on the mind to say someone stole my car, rather than to say my car was returned back to where it was before I had it. That's much easier to swallow, much easier to digest, and there's less negativity in the mind. There's less animosity towards the situation that happened. And it's easier to focus on my reaction to what the situation really is. I had a car. I no longer have a car. I can't really control whether or not I have a car anymore because it's gone. It's been returned. So that leaves me a lot of space, a lot of room in my mind, a lot of room in my universe to focus on, okay, how do I want to react? How do I want to react to not having a car anymore after spending so much time with my car? I love my car. That's not going to change. It's not going to change that I don't have it anymore. But at the end of everything we want is just an experience. We want to experience life a certain way. We want to have certain experiences in our life before we are returned to where we come from. Doesn't that sound a lot better than before we die? Before we pass away? People like to soften it up by saying this person, no, they didn't die. They passed away. They passed. No, they returned back to where they come from originally. And these are traps, traps everywhere in language, in the way we speak. No one pays attention to the way we speak, but there's so many secrets hidden in the language of English. If you pay attention to the words, everything is connected. Everything is connected and is right in front of our face. What do we have going on in the world right now? We have COVID 19, coronavirus. I probably shouldn't say that because when they hear this, they'll probably ban it or strike my YouTube channel. I don't know what they'll do. But this is freedom of speech. This is just how they suppress us. They don't want us putting out truth, whether it's our truth, whether it's the actual truth. Who knows nowadays? Because they won't let you speak about it. As soon as they hear it come out of your mouth, they immediately put suppression on it. And that's a clue that that's exactly what we need to be talking about. That's exactly what needs to be vocalized by the people. That's what needs to be vocalized by the people, not by television. Tell lie vision. Tell lies to your vision. And that's how they program you. Because you watch the television program, of the news and your program. They channel the information that they want into the mass people, into the masses. And if you're not aware of what's going on, you fall for anything. That's why we have to stand up. They say you stand for what you believe in or you fall for everything. And there's a lot of people falling for everything right now. They're falling for it because they don't want to do their own research. And what happens when you don't do your own research? Well, back to what I mentioned in the beginning, you're having the experience that they want you to have. You're having experiences that they want you to have because they don't want you to have your own experience. If you realize how powerful this thing is between your ears, not even between your ears because that's the brain. I'm talking about your mind, which is much more powerful than the brain. Pay attention to the language, and you might find some real power. You know, the person that I was talking with today told me that they made a lot of money. They made a lot of money within a span of a few months. And I asked, wow, that's really good. Where's the money? What did you do with the money? Did you invest it? Did you buy some real estate? You know, that's enough money to make some real wealth with and be well off for the rest of your life. What did you do with it? They used a different term. They said they blew the money. They blew it. They blew it all. But at the same time, they had a lot of good experiences with that money. They had a lot of good experiences, great experiences. He said they wouldn't take it back. They wouldn't take it back. And what happened while going through that experience of having that much money and getting that much money in a short amount of time? They expanded their awareness. The experiences expanded their awareness. And now they know what's possible. And they know much more is possible. And they weren't upset about it. They were really calm. Really, really calm about it. And he said, yeah, it was a fun time. But I'm not worried about it because I'm gonna make it back. In fact, this time I know I'm gonna make more than what I made last time. I said, how do you know that? He said, I know now. After going through that, I can never go back to the old mindset that I have of scarcity of money and how I used to think about money. His whole thought patterns changed when it came to the subject of money. He said, I would look at people, I looked at my friends, and I would tell them, you know, I did it. Now I can see a vision of all of us being millionaires. And they would look at him like he was crazy. But he knew that it was possible because he had the experience. Now, the more experiences we have in life, the more our awareness expands and the more we learn more about life and reality and what's really possible and what's really going on here. By the end of our life, we should have racked up so many experiences that if we reincarnate, we have a head start. We have a head start in this life. Because the last time I lived, I did some amazing things. I went through some things, I saw some things, and this time I'm just gonna stack up on it. I'm gonna stack up on it, and it's gonna be even better this go around. Me, for example, I have something that very few people have. I have a mindset that very few people have, and I can impact people in a certain way because how many people have had my experience? How many people have had your experience in life? What have you seen? What have you gone through, good and bad? Because they both are additions to your life. Nothing can take away from your life. Everything always adds and stacks on because everything is a lesson. But people have messed up perceptions. They see things as a loss. How can it be a loss when you gain the experience, when you gain the knowledge, when you gain the reference of what it's like to fail or not achieve something that you set out to achieve? If you don't achieve it the first time, the next time you have more data, and next time you have a higher percentage rate of achieving that thing. So in the end, we're all just looking for experiences. We're not looking for money. We're not looking for women or men. We're not looking to be famous. We're not looking to have a Bugatti or have a private jet or do this and do that. No, we're looking for experience. And what is an experience? It's an internal feeling. It's an internal thing. Nothing is external. Everything is inside of you. This whole universe is inside of you. You're living in your own universe. Everybody's living their own subjective universe. Nothing is objective. And with that, I'll end it. This is Miracle J, tapping out.